you need to meet your own bare necessities. And that includes if you're in pain, if there's something wrong, go to a professional.
Yeah,
absolutely. Go get it looked at. Yeah. And I get that, just wanting to wait. Like, certainly going in is an investment. For a while, we were self-pay, cash pay for our insurance things. I mean, every visit was a couple $100s a pop. So I get that. But also, you have to take care of yourself for your loved ones.
This is Ryan and Michelle, and welcome to the Celebrate MarriageCast, where we hope to restore and reclaim godly marriages through honest and real conversations.
We are so glad you're joining us today. Welcome, listener. We are on episode 149.
Wow.
Ryan, that's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait for next week.
I
don't even know what we're doing.
I don't know
we're gonna
either.
do something. We should do something awesome.
Something awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
Ryan,
for sure.
Thanks again. You came up with the concept for today's show.
Yeah.
We're going way back.
Going way back, Michelle. So, Michelle, one of my favorite Disney movies is The Jungle Book. It's an old movie. I think it came out in like the 60s. But I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And I love it for a couple of reasons. I love the music.
Bare Necessities. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that the right movie?
Yes. Okay. But particularly, I love the song Bare Necessities.
Ah.
Yes. It's such a great, like I said, it's an old movie, but I don't know what it is. I just really like it. Like the characters. It's just, it's a great show.
Ryan, I'm going to be singing that song all show now.
Yeah.
If I just start humming.
Yeah, that's because it's a great song.
Though simple. What was his name? Baloo?
Baloo the bear.
There you go. I don't even know where that came from.
Baloo and Mowgli.
Well, and your dad really liked the show. So I feel like you.
Oh, probably. Oh man, you just uncovered something deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Well, Michelle, we're talking about the bare necessities.
I love it.
Yes. So
what does a bear need?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Michelle. This concept has been like rattling around in my brain for months.
This is a show. Okay, so this is the one that every now and then so Tuesdays are kind of our show writing day, and I'll check in with Ryan. Hey, what are you thinking for the record this week? And he'll say, I have one rattling around.
Yeah.
And this is the one that you said it's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
And now it's like
it's here.
Alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Absolutely. And, I part of it, I've been thinking about this for so long, Michelle, because I think it's important to ask, are we meeting our bare necessities in our marriages? Not only in our marriages, in our own lives. Because I think, sometimes the quote unquote problem might be something very simple. It might just be caused by neglecting something very basic.
Sure. Okay.
Now, I understand sometimes there's big things, but sometimes maybe we're just neglecting something very, very basic.
Love it, Ryan. So today we're going through some real life examples of bare necessities in your relationship, in your marriage.
Absolutely.
That's great. Okay.
Yes. Michelle, I'm going to start off with something very basic, but for some reason, it's something I feel like most of us neglect, and that's sleep. So,
I feel like you're targeting me here.
No, I'm not. I'm only saying this because it's something that impacts me.
It's both of us. It really is both of us.
Yeah. But I've noticed it impacts me greatly. Maybe I'm the only one, but I know that when I'm tired, I'm way more irritable. I'm way shorter with my responses. My awareness drops immensely, and my overall well-being just decreases. So, with just those things being said, do you think that might have an impact on your marriage?
Totally. Yeah. Where maybe you don't have as much patience with your spouse, and maybe it's just you're not meeting your bare necessity of getting enough sleep. Just go to bed.
Yeah.
Just go to bed.
Just go to bed.
We've worked really hard in this area, you guys. Ryan likes to joke that he is a night owl and an early bird because he goes to work really early, but he also stays up really late because I just never want the day to end. I just love love life and I love like just when everyone's finally home and I finally get to talk to you for the day and I just don't want it to end. And I know that like good rest is key to having a better tomorrow. But so it's something we've been working on this year really hard. Our watches help us. We're tracking all of that. And I agree, Ryan, when you have rest, that really like think back, if you're parents, think back to when your kids were newborns and how sleep deprived and just like out of control you probably felt. Like that's what we're doing to ourselves when we're not sleeping, right?
Yeah, totally.
And I remember that time, like it was just so extra difficult because of that sleep deprivation. So if we're not resting, we're not putting our best foot forward at our job, for our spouse, for anything.
Totally.
And even for your own health, like that's when your body restores itself.
Yeah.
So that's great. Ryan, I also think of diet. So we went to Disney this year and this is the classic place where we always we have this joke where, I mean, it's not, I want to make this clear. It's not funny about the situation. Like the people are fine. Everything's going to be fine. But usually you witness some kind of a meltdown. And I get that it's high stress and I do feel bad for the parents, but usually we'll see a meltdown and say, happiest place on earth, kind of with like a tongue-in-cheek smile because these kids are overstimulated. They're probably not sleeping enough, but then their diet, they're eating all these Mickey ice cream bars and snacks and, fast food and all this stuff. So I think if you think of a small child, small body, food has a bigger impact. That's just where it manifests kind of more. When our daughter was young, we noticed that sugar had a really big impact on her. She would have, sweet treats, maybe with grandparents just wanting to spoil and kind of dot on her. And then she would be sick. She would get physically sick. She would just be really out of control. Yeah. And I think for any child, you'll see that. So thinking of a child with this in mind, what are you doing for your own self? Maybe we're not seeing it play out in such big, dramatic highs and lows, like a meltdown or a tantrum, but your diet has so much to do with how your body can, or so much impact on how your body operates. So what is your diet like? How are you nourishing your body? Ryan, for me, even supplements play a big role. Sometimes I'll go through these seasons where just a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I am getting headaches and I'm feeling tired. And I realized, oh my goodness, I am out of magnesium and I've not been taking my vitamin D. And I have my little pill sorters that I use for supplements and I had not refilled them for a couple of weeks. And all these things that I know nourish my body, help me feel better. And I had just not been meeting my own bare necessities. And then a couple of weeks later, it caught up with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is why I'm not really feeling that great because I'm not meeting the bare necessities of nourishing my body. Yeah.
Michelle, I think instantly for myself, here's a real life example. I love coffee. I love coffee so much.
I do too.
There's a couple restaurants here in Sioux Falls where we live that, we always joke, it's like the never ending coffee cup. Like, you get a coffee cup and they'll come by and like, oh, top it off. And like, so you never actually finish a full cup.
That's a joke. How many cups of coffee did you have? I only had one.
Just one. But I
was refilled 57 times.
I know. I always joked like my switch to cut off was when I would take the creamer and my hand would be shaking so bad that I would spill the creamer.
See it. Yeah.
That was enough. That was enough coffee. But there is a fine line for me in coffee where I get to a point, if I've had too much coffee, kind of going back to sleep, like I become very jittery, very like it's hard to keep focused because I've had a conversation with you I've had too much and my brain is going like 1,000 miles an hour and that has an impact. Like it's hard for me to focus if we're having a conversation and I'm chugging down gallons of coffee each day. I'm going to have a hard time focusing on what you're saying. So like, what is it that, we gave the example of sugar. I think that's one for me as well. Like if I have like a whole bunch of sugar, I feel like I'm just like, ugh, like, I don't know. But
like your brain feels fuzzy and like, just like, oh, I can't focus.
What you put into your body, matters.
I think fast food has a big impact too. Just, what are you nourishing your body with? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bare necessities.
Yeah. The bare necessities of life. Okay. So the next one that I'm going to point out here, Michelle, and I don't mean to be biased on this one, but I think it is one that men in particular are not great at doing, and that's taking care of your health. I'm just going to say, like, there's been times in my life where I've lived with pain, with different things, and I never said anything about it. Like, I never bring it up to you. I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't do some of those things. And like, living with pain impacts your mood, like, greatly. And so, like, if you're just like living with those things and not going and getting yourself checked, not taking care of yourself, like, it's going to impact you and it's going to impact your marriage.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan, I appreciate you sharing that. There's a statement that I used to, on the side, I was doing some health coaching, and there was a quote that I really liked. It was something to the effect of, you can have a million dreams, but without your health, you have but one. And the whole point of that was, when something happens with your health, that really becomes all-encompassing. So you guys know a couple of years ago when I was in that car accident, I was rear-ended. It wasn't at a super high speed, but I'd had some previous concussions, and it really did a number on me. And it was all consuming. Every day I felt like I was in the season of chronic pain for a season, and you better believe it impacted our marriage, because when all I could think about was my pain and my headaches and just not getting through the day, but kind of trying to just function like basic functions of being a human were really difficult. And I would say I was probably more emotional. I was more frustrated at the situation, so probably had a bit of a shorter fuse even. And I needed a little more compassion from you. And because I had shared that, so going back to your example of not sharing those moments with me, you were able to then, I let you in and you were able to have compassion, but I had to meet those bare necessities of my own life, and I had to go and get, chiropractic and physical therapy, and I had to figure things out because I couldn't just keep living that way. Yeah,
absolutely. I've just heard this so often about
with guys in particular,
with guys that are dealing with something and they refuse to go get it checked.
Do you think it's what do you think it is? Is it pride, or is it just kind of a stubbornness? Is it thinking it will get better, or is it even societal? You're a guy, tough it out, big deal? I think it's probably a little bit of all of it. Yeah. Yeah. Of like, oh, just deal with it, or just, like pride. I do think it's a little bit of everything. Fear, maybe. I think it's a little bit of everything, but a lot of things can be easily taken care of. And like, I feel like I know personally, like, a lot of people that have lived with something for years that, like, they can easily be fixed. Sure. They just won't go in. And I think, like, this is one of those things that it like, obviously it's impacting you, and it impacts your marriage. It impacts your relationship. I think even for your future longevity, for your relationship, you owe it to your loved one to do that, right? Like, if you're having a lingering health issue going on, is certainly only going to get worse, and that will take a toll on your health, your life. Yeah. Absolutely. For sure. Yeah. That's a good word, Ryan. Yeah. Good encouragement. Yeah. Also, this is on my mind. Just July is a month, the death anniversary of my late father. And did you guys know that they have, I'm sure you know this, but those heart screens that they offer for around $75 are so good. Just speaking of health stuff, that's a great way to take care of some bare necessities, like just cross it off the list. Go do some of those preventative screenings. You know, certain age milestones, you need to do certain things, but I just want to put a plug for those heart screens.
Yeah.
We both did them.
Yeah.
And I actually thought a few years back I was going to have a heart attack. A lot of this was just in my head because there's a long family history. And they were like, no, you have a 0.005% chance. It's stress. So change your lifestyle habits, like figure out your stress load and your work and all of that. And that was such a relief. And then actually, I think after I found that out, I was like, oh, I feel actually a lot better. I just was so worked up about it. You went and did it and they were able to tell you really great things.
Yeah.
And anyway, but yeah, I love that, Ryan. That's a great nudge for any guy or gal listening today that you need to meet your own bare necessities. And that includes, if you're in pain, if there's something wrong, go to a professional.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
go get it looked at.
Yeah.
And I get that, just wanting to wait. Like certainly going in is an investment. For a while, we were self-pay, cash pay for our insurance things. I mean, every visit was a couple $100s a pop. So I get that. But also you have to take care of yourself for your loved ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So just put that aside. Okay. So we've talked about meeting the bare necessities of sleep, diet, health, and lastly, we're talking vacation. So I have never seen a workplace that does not offer vacation. I mean, maybe some part-time jobs don't, but a lot will still offer, like you can accrue PTO or such. But this one is so important. And I have a few statistics to share with you guys that are actually kind of astonishing. Although, okay, so we know that Americans don't take all their vacation time. This probably isn't a huge shock to you. I have some stats, but I also will say with the World Cup having just happened, seeing all of the Europeans here just vacationing for like a month. I mean, maybe it was different waves of people, but I feel like that just continues to reiterate that these other countries do have some things figured out and we could learn a thing or two. So we need to take more holidays, right?
Right.
Okay, let me tell you these stats. So Americans leave nearly 1/3 of their paid vacation time unused. So if you have 10 days a year, you're not taking 3. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. It's yours. Take it. So Americans leave 1/3 of their paid vacation time unused, and half of all American workers don't use all of their PTO. So that means maybe you're not quite leaving 1/3 of it unused, but half of you are leaving some on the table. Stop doing that. Schedule it. And then 36% of Americans haven't taken a vacation in the last year.
Wow.
So I think, Ryan, a lot of relationships are struggling because there's no reset. You're just in work mode. You're going. And vacation days it's like an extended Sabbath, right? So we know weekly that God commands us to take a Sabbath and worship Him. And it's really just a reset. And I think that's what vacation is like, kind of like a little sabbatical or something. You know, it's a chance for you to just unplug from maybe things that are stressing you out and really connect with the things that matter. Hopefully your family and just lowering some stress levels and having a little fun and making some memories. You know, we what did they say? Don't live to work, work to live, or something like that. But take vacation. Yeah. Rest needs to be part of your bare necessities.
Yeah.
So work is important, but are you also like recovering from it?
Yeah. Michelle, for whatever reason, I don't know. Like I think of like a car, right? Like you could give me a Ferrari and it could be like the best car in the world. But if I just slammed down on the gas and just went as far as I could, like redlining this vehicle, you're going to it's going to blow up.
Sure.
Like you can go so long and then the car is just going to quit.
Yeah.
And I think so many people live their lives in that manner that, you know, and again, work is important. It's part of life. But like if there's so much pressure on from work, and if you're constantly redlining, if you're just go, and you never take a break, it's going to break down.
Yeah.
And I think it happens a lot. And I think it impacts a lot of marriages that, if you and I are both professionals, and if we're just constantly going, you just go, and you never take a break, you never reset. Like I think personally, your health, those things, you're going to break down. Your marriage, your relationship is going to break down because it's just, you're constantly redlining.
Yeah, right. I appreciate that. And I think that when you're working without those resets, that does carry into your relationship, like you said. And it also, there's just something really special about having time away with your spouse. So if you can coordinate that vacation, your days off with your spouse, we are huge proponents of vacation and travel. Now, I'm not saying that when you take your vacation days, you have to travel, but you need to take some kind of vacation. Maybe it's a staycation, but we travel a lot. We really live a minimalistic lifestyle so that we can invest not in things, but in people and places. And I feel like that has created such rich memories for us, for our children, and even times together that we look forward to that and we cherish that time. And it's been really healthy for our marriage to have those times together where you just strip away all of the burdens and cares of the world and have a chance to, it's almost like every time we vacation, it's like a honeymoon or something, when we take our anniversary trips, and it's just a great chance to focus on each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's such a great investment. Every time I would make those investments in trips over and over because of what it does to enrich our relationship, our family relationship. Is just so valuable.
Yeah. And I think the bonus of that, Michelle, yes, you're building your relationship, you're creating those memories. The other benefit of that is you will come back a better worker.
Sure.
Yeah,
I believe that. And that's true.
You do need that reset. And I get it. I totally get it of, I can't be gone. I can't do this because of this is going on. There's always something going on.
Right.
But when we take a vacation and I can unplug from it, I come back with a renewed sense of just, I'm ready to go back, and I'm ready to go back and just go back on fire.
Do you have a little more gratitude for your job too? It just allowed me to take this vacation. Now I feel happier about my job because it allowed me to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I feel refreshed. I feel a renewed energy. I can come back and be a better employee or a better boss or whatever it is. I feel like you can come back because you've taken care of your bare necessities. You've taken care of you, and you can come back and be better.
Ryan, I'm going to say something too. You didn't have this in there, but I think it is important when you do get away and have that day off or days off or vacation with your spouse. I think it's really critical that you really do unplug from work. I think that the working vacation has become more and more of a norm. I feel like I see less and less out of office messages. People just respond. I actually got a meeting invite, and the time was set to 6 hours ahead. And all I could think in my head was, oh my gosh, this guy is sending this from Europe right now. It was 5 or 6 hours ahead. And I know when we went to Europe and we went to Iceland, those were both 5 or 6 hours ahead. And I was like, he is totally sending this from vacation right now. And it said his time and then converted to ours. I'm like, that's not he's sending it from vacation. And it grieves my heart a little. And I know that, we had a vacation where I had to check in. We had just launched a huge ad campaign and I needed to check in. But we try really hard not to do that. That is not the norm for me. Yeah. That was this one trip. And we knew in advance I would have to do that. I would need to do it. Nobody made me do it. I needed to do it. I felt like I had to. But I will just say this, that it does give you a chance to empower your coworkers, your team, and maybe also it's a chance for your work to be like, oh, wow, they're a really key employee. It's maybe a little crazier when they're gone, but it's not going to fall apart in a week. Just take your day.
Yeah.
Humble yourself. They don't need you that much. I I mean, maybe for some of you, I guess I don't know all of your jobs, but they're going to be fine. And the reality is, if we talk about this sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, but we've said it, is that we're all replaceable, right?
Yeah.
Like someday there's going to be someone else in your role. Like, just don't give your entire life to your work. Like, you need to keep things in balance, meet your own bare necessities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ryan, great show.
Good word, Michelle. Yeah.
Do you have any closing thoughts, or do you want to recap the bare necessities that they need to keep their eyes on?
Yeah.
Their paws on?
I mean, I think it's sort of going back to those basics, of taking care of yourself. I think that starts with sleep. I think that starts with your diet. That starts with taking care of your health, taking action. And then lastly, just giving yourself a break.
Yeah.
I mean, those are basic things that, I have seen in my own life of when I neglect those things, I'm not giving you the best version of myself.
And I love this. This is such a good show. And I don't think we've talked about the taking care of your health in this context before, like just calling people out and being like, stop putting off those appointments, like go take care of yourself. I love that. That was a really fresh take on that, and just great reminders of bare necessities that when you focus on those and take care of those needs, you will be a better spouse.
Absolutely.
Better mom or dad as well.
Yeah.
So thank you, listeners, for joining us on our show today. We hope you're able to meet your own bare necessities and you have a little mental list of what you need to go and work on this evening or this week as you kind of think on this show. So we have resources at Celebrate.church/marriage, and we also would love to have you join us some weekend. You can find our details at Celebrate.church. Have a great week.
Have a great week.